Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Two Brothers channel. I'm one brother.
Hello, everybody, and I'm the second brother. Welcome to another exciting episode. This is going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. So get your pen and paper ready. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
Thank you, Mr. Clay. Guess what? Every time I say, I'm one brother, Mr. Clay laughs. Now I'll tell you what I think he's laughing, because we call it the Two Brothers channel, but we're actually four brothers in our family, okay? We're 6 siblings, 4 brothers, two ladies. So it would be wrong for us to just say the Two Brothers channel. And the reason why we specified that I'm one brother, he's the second brother, is just to, be completely accurate that, it's not just 2 brothers. We're actually 4 brothers, but, we're not calling it the 4 Brothers channel. It's just me and him and Mr. Clay on this channel. So it's the Two Brothers channel. So I'm one brother.
I love the second brother, but the reason why I laugh is the way he says, I'm one brother. That's why I'm laughing. It's not that because we love the other siblings, because, your brothers are those that walk on the path with you, on a journey with you. So you don't have to be even blood brothers. You just be brothers anyway, So, the way you just say, I'm one brother. That's what makes me laugh each time.
Honestly, every video I just see Mr. Clay go. So it's out in the open now. It's out. Today we're gonna look at this topic, and this topic we're looking at it, and we're calling it intelligent self-interest. Now we all know about self-interest. Me, myself, and I, my interest. What about me? What about me? We all understand that one. But very few people have been introduced to the concept of intelligent self-interest. So in this video, we're going to break that down, because it's one of the most powerful things to building success, wealth, and achieving in life. Because when you understand intelligent self-interest, then you know why you build with other people. Very quickly, many years ago, I've used this example many times before in the past, and it's the example that I call the example A versus example B. You see, in example A is a network of 10 people. 10 people. And in this group, only one of them is a millionaire. The other 9, they're broke. So the net worth of example A is 1 million, but all the money is in one person's pocket. Now, example B, this guy was on his way to becoming a millionaire on his own. But he thought, you know what? Let me work with my friends. Let me work with the people around me. So he worked with them, and he didn't proceed. He worked with them, and his net worth was still 100,000, but he helped raise the net worth of the other 10 people around him. So the net worth of network B2 is 1 million, but the 1 million is spread between 10 people. The 1 million is 100,000 in 10 people's pockets, versus example A, where the million is in one person's pocket. Now, this is the question I always ask. Both net worth are 1 million. Example A, million. Example B, million. Net worth, combined net worth. Example A, the million is in one person's pocket, 9 people are broke. Example B, the million is in 10 people's pockets when you add it all up. Now, if they compete, who will win? If they compete, who will win? Now, Mr. Clare knows the answer to this.
Yes.
And a lot of you know the answer to this. A lot of you, you're already thinking what I'm thinking, that B will win because B, 10 people with net worth, combined net worth, are going to be better than one person with broke people around him. Now, when I've done this example for many years. Now, the question is this: which example do we see more modeled around us? Over to you, Mr. Clay.
That's a very good question. Which example do we see more modeled around us? I was listening to Sanguru. Sanguru. I don't know if you guys have heard about Sanguru, but you need to check him out. Google Sanguru. And he was talking about the fact that we are all connected, whether we like it or not. And not even just are you connected to other human beings, but we are connected to the universe as a whole. That, if you look at the massive, massive universe that we have, planets, stars, galaxies, massive. Then you drill down to our Milky Way, you drill down to our solar system, you drill down to our planet, you drill down to London, and then you're Mr. Big Man here in London. How tiny you are in the speck of the universe, but you're Big Man, playing devil's advocate. Inside jokes, guys. Inside jokes.
Okay. I love what you've done there, because what we see modeled, unfortunately, is we see example A modeled. We see me, myself, and I. You see, there's a saying that says, your actions speak so loud that I can't hear your words. We've heard the saying, actions speak louder than words. In our head, we think, yes, it's better to have example B. But in reality, what we see is example A. Everyone is interested in me, myself, and I. As long as I'm okay, everybody can go and jump. Now, that's not what we say, but that's what we do. And remember what I just said, when actions speak so loud that we can't hear what people are saying. So the reality is this: when we see that A is not working, we've heard about Oga at the top. Rankadede, rankadede. I grew up in Nigeria, so I know everything. Rankadede. Actually, by the way, this might even be the first time Mr. Clare is actually hearing this. The first 100 videos on this library will be tackling Africa, Nigeria, and its issues. Definitely looks like we're going to do more than 100 videos. So from 100 videos onwards, we're going to be tackling life in the diaspora. Life in London, life in the UK, life in the US, life in Germany, life around the world for Black people. Okay. And from when we hit 200 videos in our library, we're now going to be dealing with life regardless what color you are, regardless what race you are. So this channel, yes, I know we're starting with Africa, but we're going beyond. Just give us time. Just give us time. We're gonna get there. Anyway, so back to the fact that I grew up in Nigeria, so I know you guys very well. Oh, guy, the top. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They will kill you with sir. Where did that other culture come from? It came from really these things where we basically only look to develop ourselves, and we forget that our network is our net worth. If the people around you are not doing well, guess what? You're not doing well. Later on, I'm going to share with you, I actually even look forward to helping people around me become richer than I am. I actually look forward to helping people around me achieve more than I do. Mr. Phil, what do you mean? Are you trying to be the Messiah? Are you trying to be the Messiah? No. It's because I understand intelligent self-interest. Let Mr. Clare speak. I don't want to hug the whole thing. Mr. Clare, please.
Oh, Mr. Phil, I was enjoying that. I was enjoying.
You were?
Yeah. Carry on.
You want me to continue?
Do not hug it. Continue, please.
Okay. Right. Because you see, one of the things that you do understand is that there are actually things, there are currencies beyond money. What did you say, Mr. Phil? Yes. There are currencies beyond money. That means that when I raise the people around me to be monetarily even successful than I am, guess what? They finally understand that, you know what? We are beyond money now. We're not just competing on money. Who has the most money? No. You're still on the lower levels. Mr. Phil, are you saying? Yeah. You're still on the lower levels, So intelligent self-interest is basically understanding that when you are interested in the welfare of the people around you, ultimately, it means that you are interested in your welfare. Let me give you an example. Many years ago, I started sharing information. Mr. Clare is aware of this. And I was doing a workshop. No one was paying me. No one asked me to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, no one asked me to do this workshop. I was doing it using my time, my effort, free of charge. Just like you're getting this video free of charge. And every week we were meeting, we were sharing information, we were, and little did I know that thing I was doing was going to come back and save my life. It was literally going to save my life. We started teaching each other about the right habits. We're talking about personal development. We're talking about reading. We're talking about, improving ourselves and all these things. And cut long story short, I went to a men's conference one day and I saw this gentleman and he was coordinating the gentleman and he was saying, all the gentlemen over here, if you're in this group, you need to go to that direction. And I was looking at this guy and something just told me to say, go and say hello to him. I'm like, can't be bothered. Because I have this habit of actually walking up to people. It's a sales technique of being able to introduce yourself to strangers. So I looked at the guy, I'm like, I can't be bothered today, man. He said, no, go and say hello to him. I'm like, okay. So I walked up to him, I said, hello, my name is Mr. Phil, how are you doing? That gentleman, his name is Zari, a very powerful person in our network today. That chance meeting is my brother today. Now, what if I did not say hi to him? Anyway, cut long story short, he joined the network, we started sharing information together and everything. And so it became a culture of sharing information. And whenever I find information, they bring it to me. Whenever I find information, I bring it to them. And the information I'm buzzing on today, Mr. Clare knows it, Conversations with God, came through Zari about 7 years in our journey together. And conversations with God, Shari just called me one day and said, Mr. Phil, I said, yeah, well, said, I think you should listen to this. I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. Yeah, whoa. It was a very dark time in my life, ladies and gentlemen. I was going through something that I may reveal to you in the future. But men have committed suicide over this thing I was going through. I wasn't going to commit suicide, but, you know, it was really bad. So, but the point is this. The point is that it came through Zari. 3 weeks later, finally, I picked up the information. Wow. This information changed my life. I'm still on that information till today. It's still blowing my mind to today. This is like 6 years ago. Now, the question is this. It all started from 2003 when I started that workshop with the culture of sharing information with people, sharing empowering information that will empower them. They will go off in their life, they will go and enjoy themselves. It does not necessarily have to come back to me. But guess what, though? It eventually comes back to you in ways and forms that you cannot even repay. Mr. Claire.
Wow, the principles that you're sharing there are something that we've only seen very, very few examples, very scanty, you know, examples of it in our community. Because our community is, I need to make it so I can, you know, shine. Oh, I can make you feel bad for not making it. Yes, that's it.
Make you feel bad. I'm laughing because that is so accurate.
They just say, so I need to make it so I can make you all know how useless you are. So, that you have not made it. And I managed to figure it out before you did. So, hey, you're useless.
We're laughing because it is true. The truth, honestly.
That has been what we've seen a lot of. That is what we've seen a lot of. Even like to the extent of, you know, communities and politicians and, you know, and musicians and a lot of, you know, you see most of the things coming out of that place. That's the way they operate. Now, what you're saying there is something that is actually more powerful and longer lasting. You know, where you go into a position where you're paying it forward, you're practicing, you know, self-interest, intelligent self-interest.
Intelligent self-interest.
Intelligent self-interest. That's it. You know, which you could look like you're being selfish. People might look like, oh, what's intelligent self-interest? We know what self-interest is. And then the intelligence is to show that, you know what, you can actually apply self-interest in another way than what we're used to. So you can apply self-interest in another way, in another shape to what you're brought up with in Africa sense. Because as you know, we have a global world now, you know, where somebody in India can be talking to you in Nigeria, and somebody in Nigeria can be talking to you in India. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? That means there's no more excuse. There is no more excuses. If you've got it, if you're talented, if you worked hard on your game, if you worked hard on your skill, the world is waiting for you to deliver. You know, you could be a sensation overnight because the access is there now to the world. So you should never feel like you're limited, because this generation, I bet there's generations that are gone that wish they were in this generation that we're living in. You know, they wish that if I can just be the one to experience, God, internet, you mean I could just get my mobile phone, sing to it, and I'll be a global superstar? Is it? You telling me it's just that simple? Basically, this is what the new generation is living in. This is the world we're now living in. So it's a time to be so excited, so excited and your possibility, because nobody can limit you basically anymore. Gone are the days that, oh, you're limited because, oh yeah, you're from Africa. Oh yeah, the flies, because when you see those old UNICEF, what happened to the UNICEF
Adverts.
adverts? Save a child adverts. We don't see them anymore. Interesting.
Interesting, isn't it? But,
But
in fact, I don't have anything good to say about them, so I won't say anything.
it's interesting, right? But you look at it. That's propaganda. Turn the best, most richest continent in the world into something where we have to into beggars. So, but that doesn't have to be your story. That doesn't have to be your situation, especially with the times we're in. So back to you, Mr. Phil.
Thank you. You see, we have been taught to compete instead of to be taught to cooperate. You see, a lot of our education, and I'll put it in quotes, education. Because to be honest, I'm so sorry to say this, but you have to look at the results before you can judge the quality of the so-called education that we have as Africans. It's not about, oh, I've got a degree, you can't tell me I'm not educated. Okay, what is your education providing? And what we see in Africa is no light, no roads, no coordination, nothing is working. Chinese have to come in, everyone else has to come in. So again, that's why I question that education. But that education is based in colonial Victorian education. And colonial Victorian education that is still running in Africa to today is not for our benefit. Mr. Phil. No, it's not for our benefit. It is to educate you to be useful for the colonialists. Mr. Phil, are you a rebel? I don't have to be a rebel. I'm just looking at the results, and I'm looking at the cause, and I'm looking at the effect. So, like Mr. Clay said earlier on, our education is to compete against each other, forgetting that we're not our own competition. Our competition is out there. But if your whole education is like, who's the first? You're the first, you're useless, you're this, and that's the whole ethos and the whole culture of your education, then you'll be fighting the people that you should be cooperating with. Mr. Clay knows this from first hand. I could tell you, let me quickly tell you the story. I was in a position where I helped Mr. Clay get a house when I didn't have a house. And everybody was looking at me like, even Mr. Clay. Don't let me talk about that one. Let me just put it to one side because well, everyone was shocked. How would you help someone get what even you haven't got? And it's not a scam, and it's for real. Intelligent self-interest. Because Mr. Clay is part of my network, and I surround myself with people that are, look, with this now, I actually have a lady within my network that told me she's not even African, she's Malaysian. And she told me, I am building a house in Africa, in Malaysia. She just came to me one day and said, I'm building a house in Malaysia. And you have a room in that house that nobody will step into. I don't care whether you come to Malaysia ever in this world. I don't care whether you don't come to Malaysia, but that room is your room. And I will keep it waiting for you. I'm like, This woman was so impacted by me. You know the person I'm talking about, Blair. Remember Jessie?
Oh, yes. I remember Jessie.
Okay. She was the one that told me that. She's back in Malaysia now. She's not Nigerian. She's not African. She's a Malaysian lady. She used to come to our meetings. This woman used to carry my bag. And I'm like, why are you carrying my bag? She valued the information I was giving so much. But again, you see, there comes a time when it's not about who has the most. It's about who has the most on their team. Because wealth is a team effort. It is not a solo game. It's not a solo game. So I'm a Yoruba man. You can see from Mr. Clay. Mr. Clay is my brother. His name is Mr. Clay. My own name is Mr. Kikumi. But Mr. Phil is my trademark name. Mr. Clay. I am Akikumi. Akikumi.
The cat is out of the bag. The unveiling.
The unveiling. Now, Mr. Phil is my trademark name.
The caption would be intelligent self-interest. Mr. Phil unveiled.
Mr. Phil laid bare. Some people will be looking at us and like, this guy's having too much fun.
Mr. Phil practically naked.
Don't let us go too far. Don't let us go too far. You know, so it's about intelligent self-interest. It's about understanding that I am because we are. If we are not okay, I cannot be okay. Okay. Let me quickly go into the fact that, look, there's something called group image. If I say Kung Fu Master now, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind is a Chinese man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, do you know that a lot of Chinese are crap at Kung Fu? They can't fight. You'll be surprised because with the image that they're giving, you think everyone is like, oh. But it's the group image that is working there. What is our group image as Africans? How is it working for us? The Chinese are coming to Africa right now. Have you noticed they're not coming alone? They're coming with their network. They're coming with their network because they understand. Intelligent self-interest means that I should better not go alone. I better come with my network, and whatever resources I'm coming to get in Africa, I better share it with my network because my network is my net worth. We are not our own competition. The competition is outside Africa. But our education, because it's colonial based, because it is Victorian based, Queen Victoria is Queen of England in 1600s, 1700s, I believe, those Victoria age.
Yeah.
She went to colonize a lot of countries around the world, Nigeria being one of them, and that was the basis of the education that is still today. Okay, and that education is to make us compete with each other so that they can extract the best for their own use, not for our benefit. So now our education, we need to be re-educated, ladies and gentlemen. We need to be re-educated to understand that now it is not about competition between ourselves, it's about cooperation. Right now in Nigeria, we've been talking about, moving people from dash money to earn money. Right now in Nigeria, even today, I'm happy to tell you that there are people generating cash flow through Give Genius as we speak. Maybe one of these days, we would invite them to one of these episodes. But they are making cash flow, naira, like Mr. Kennedy said, there's no excuse right now because they're in Nigeria and they're not relying on the economic situation in Nigeria to earn money. They are generating cash flow right now in Nigeria through Gift Genius, through us. So we're putting our money where our money. Now that is intelligent self-interest. You know why? Because if they're generating cash flow through us in Nigeria, that means that their lifestyle is improving. That means that they're getting better. But guess what? That means that our reach and our influence is extending into Nigeria now. Can you see? It's called a success feedback loop. A success feedback loop. I succeed, you succeed, I succeed, you succeed. It's everybody win, creating a success feedback loop. Mr. Clay, over to you.
Yes, sir. That is it. Because we're in Nigeria, guys. We're in Nigeria, big time. And all life sprang from Africa. So, naturally, this is springing out of Africa as well. So it's all about making this work because you are the catalyst. You are no, I don't want to go too far ahead, Mr. Phil.
No, please feel free.
Because I want to talk about Ubuntu.
Yeah, please. That's what it is about, please.
The Ubuntu principle, which is I am because you are. If you can understand that, I am because you are. So it's not about me overshadowing you or taking over from you or outshining you. It's about us all growing together, So it's very important that you know that I am because you are. And I love the way that they put it that, we are because we all are. I am because we all are. So never think that you're focused on just you, because there's a big world out there that you're connected to, whether you like it or not. And how you enhance that, how you move away from the limitations that you place upon yourself by the principles that you're applying. Because the minute you move away from the limiting principles and you go into these intelligent self-interests, the world, nobody can stop you. Because these examples that you keep talking about, but you guys cannot understand it because it's Mr. Phil talking about his experience. But once you get your own experience, nobody can stop you. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
You see, I'm glad that you spoke about experience there because, you see, I'm thankful that we now have people in Nigeria that you can't tell them that this is not working. You know why? They've already made the money. They're already generating the cash flow. So you can't tell them, oh, it won't work. They'll be looking at you like, huh? It won't work. It's already worked. I've already generated the cash flow. It's in my bank account right now. What are you talking about? So again, what we're telling you is this. Everyone listening to us right now in real time, everything we're telling you, we're willing to back up and we're willing to work with you right now. Okay? There are people already working with us. Share this information. You sharing this information is intelligent self-interest. We keep saying, it's not Mr. Phil looking to make money from YouTube. It's not Mr. Clay thinking that it's going to be a YouTube sensation. No. As a matter of fact, some of you will be shocked. We haven't monetized this channel for a reason. Because the money we're looking for is not the money, it's not YouTube money we're looking for. As a matter of fact, I put it very quickly, I learned that a lady did a program where she showed how much she earned from YouTube for 1 million views. I think I sent you that one. I don't know whether you saw it later. And she got $5,000 for 1 million views. Now, $5,000 is not bad. But do you know how many views 1 million is? Do you know how many? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1 million. And all she got from that is $5,000. How much do you think YouTube made from that same thing that they gave her $5,000 for? Even if YouTube would have made nothing less than $200,000 easily from the ad revenue. $200,000 easily, and they only give her $5,000. Topic for another day. So don't think our strategy is YouTube money. This is purely because we're doing this purely because of intelligent self-interest. That's what we're doing it for. Because you see, when you share this information with people around you, that's what you're doing. You're now employing example B. You are now empowering the people around you with information. Do you know that, and Mr. Claire knows about this very clearly, and I could tell you another story some other time. Should I tell you? Oh, you know what? Let me tell you now. Do you know that it is virtually impossible to build with people around you if you're not of the same mindset? Let me repeat. It is virtually impossible for you to build with people around you if you're not of the same mindset. Let me give you this story very quickly. Someone that I know called me some years ago. He said, "Oh, Mr. Phil, we're trying to pull money together. Me and my friends, we're gonna pull money together, and we're gonna start buying shops. And we're gonna buy one shop first, then we will manage the shop. You will do it on Monday. I will do it on Tuesday." Said we're gonna be putting £50 every month together. Sounded like a great idea. We started attending meeting every week, putting our £50 down. Obviously, the money was growing in the pot. The meeting turned to chicken eating festivals. We started eating chicken every time we met. Chicken and beer. So we eat chicken, we drink beer. After a while, I said, "You know what, guys? I have seen all of us here. We're all of different mindsets. We're coming from different places. We need to unify our minds. Let me suggest we start reading books." Mr. Phil, here we go again with your books. You want us to start reading books? We've read books. We're not. I'm like, look, I'm not saying you should read just any books. Let's read a book that will align our minds so that we start speaking the same language, so that we start thinking in the same direction. Oh, Mr. Phil, okay, I left it. I wasn't surprised. After 3 months, the guy called me, said, "Mr. Phil, come and collect your money. We have decided we're not doing it. We're not doing it again." I said, "Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Because they are not of the same mindset." So as this channel is actually designed to help you develop your people around you, so that as you're developing, you're watching the same information, you're chewing on the same things, you're rolling your mind on the same things. You can ask questions on the same things. You can look at the same things at the same time, because without that, you cannot be speaking the same language and you cannot build together. The success in the future is totally dependent on your ability to build together. Let me repeat, the success of Africans in the future is totally dependent on the ability to build together. It's no different for any other race. It's the same for the Chinese, it's the same for the white Caucasian, it's the same for the Indians. Any race that does not know how to build together will be the slave of this race that knows how to build together. Let me repeat myself. Any race that does not know how to build together for whatever reason will end up being the slave for the race that knows how to build together. What are your thoughts, Mr. Clay?
That is it. That is it. So what we're basically saying here is that you need to start changing your programming, your mindset, because your mindset is what's limiting you. Not your country of birth, not your skin color, not your language, nothing. It's just your mindset. So change your mindset to something that works, which is intelligence, self-interest. When you start applying intelligence, self-interest, your situation would start changing automatically. So let's get that ball rolling. Let's get that ball rolling. Let's get that ball rolling. You know, start investing in people. Start investing in people. Start building people. If you need help with that, let us know. Send us your comments. Ask for help. Say, what do I do? Because we have leaders already in place in Nigeria, believe it or not, that you can team up with. That are on ground, that are ready to work with you. You know, even though we might not be in town, but they are on ground. So, and we're all connected together. So it's very important that you engage with intelligent self-interest. Mr. Phil.
Thank you, Mr. Clay. Like I said, somewhere on this broadcast or this video, that we are working, and so the first 100 videos is for Africa. We're dealing with the issues that you have on ground, and at this time as well, we're actually working with people on ground right now. There are people whose mindsets are being expanded right now. Their realities are changing right now in Nigeria as we speak, through Give Genius, through us. So we're not just saying theory, we're saying practical. Some of these people, you cannot tell them that this is not working. You know why? Because it has already impacted their life. And like my mentor always said, Mr. Phil, once your mind expands, it cannot shrink back to where it was. Now we now have people in Nigeria. They're saying, Mr. Phil, can I earn some more? Can I do some more to earn some more money? I'm like, of course. They're sending us because they've already seen it work. They did the task we told them to do. They got paid. They generated cash flow through that. And they're like, whoa, can I do more? We're like, yeah. They're like, yeah, can't wait. These are the people that would have been asking us for dash money before. These are the same people that would have been asking us for dash money before. Now, people, because of those people that are now earning cash flow, people that want to start asking us dash money now will be like, well, but look at what that person's done. Do what he done and earn money. And they'll be like, really? Yeah. So we're not talking about theory now, it is practical. Okay. So, Mr. Claire, last words, and let's just round up.
It's exciting times, as Mr. Phil always says. It is exciting times. And, never, the you that you see now is different to you of the future. So get excited, because it's not about, the money or the millionaire that is success. Is the person that you become through the journey. That is the true success. Because that's what you take with you. And we are because you are. And you are because we are. So we are all together in this. So it's not about me showing you my bling bling. Yeah, I have bling blings, if you want to see bling bling, I have bling bling. But it's not about that.
Mr. Clay, do you want to quickly tell them the story about when we were thinking that we were wearing designer when we first got to London? Quickly tell them that story.
No, you have to.
When we thought we were wearing designer.
Because the closest we got to designer when we were growing up, his brother passed me down designers. That was the closest. There was no even it wasn't even a comprehension of you can go to the store and buy your shirt yourself. That was not even it. It was not even. In this same life, eh? You know. So it's exciting times. You know, the journey is there. We're growing every day. We're excited. So come and join us and leave your comments, because I know more of you are now joining the program. So leave your comments. If we intrigue you, if you have any questions, whatever, there's no silly questions. I always say that. No matter how silly you think that question is, you're not the only one that's thinking that. So ask your questions, give your feedback, and we'll catch up with you next time. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
Should I quickly tell? I've got so many stories. Let me end with this story. You see, don't get it twisted when Mr. Clare says, "I am because we are," because some people will get it twisted, and they will think, "Oh, what they're saying is that if we don't succeed, they won't succeed. If we don't succeed, they won't succeed." Yes, but there's a but there. If you don't succeed, it ain't gonna stop us from succeeding. That's what they miss. Some people actually get it twisted out, because I was telling someone this in Nigeria, and that person suddenly, their attitude was like, "Oh, so you people over there, if you don't help us here," I'm like looking at the guy, and anyway, his attitude just changed. and when his attitude changed, I just looked at him, I'm like, what's wrong with this one? What's wrong with this one? He got it twisted. He actually thought I needed him.
Wow. Well, the thing is, this is the amazing thing. We are working with people. We are working. We choose to work with people, but we don't need one individual.
Thank you. we don't need you particularly.
We don't need you.
the guy, honestly, the guy suddenly developed attitude. Broke as can be, struggling as can be, no solution as can be. Suddenly developed attitude. I'm like, what's wrong with this one?
And where is he now?
I left him. Like, this is like 3 years ago now. Because some people actually get it twisted. They think that they can stop you. Because we're talking about, "Oh, I am because we are." They actually think, "Oh, the competition spirit rise up again." The competition spirit, "Oh, so I can block you. I will block you." So don't get it twisted. Like Mr. Clare said, we work with people that resonate with us.
Yes.
The people that are going to work with us are out there, in the sense that our vibe attracts our tribe. If this vibration is not working for you, if you don't like what we're saying and you know someone else, share it with someone else. Share this information with someone else. That person may be the one to come back and save your own life.
Exactly. Precisely. The few that choose.
Thank you. The few that choose. We're not looking for the chosen few. No. We're looking for the few that choose. So on that note, Mr. Clare, last words.
On that note, see you next time.
He said it. Remember, it's all about intelligent self-interest. See you next time. God bless.
Bye.